Welcome to another highly questionable extravaganza. Do you like anything on the show today, Bomani?
We are going to try to save you from all the terrible Colin Kaepernick takes, because, man, the Colin Kaepernick takes in these streets are terrible.
Dale, papi.
Should last night give Celtics fans hope that they can beat the Cavs in the playoff?
Fun game last night. 24 lead changes, 10 in the fourth quarter. The short answer to this question is absolutely not. They should not have any hope because you compare these two rosters and Cleveland's better at just about everything, including this very important thing. I know how good Isaiah Thomas has been all year. I can't believe how good he's been in the fourth quarter, and I can't believe how efficient he's been in the fourth quarter. But I do not want to go against LeBron James in the playoff and have my best player be 5'9" or shorter, because I think the 5'9" is generous.
Yeah, 5'9" who can't guard anybody, by the way. Now, you could make an argument that the game should have made the Celtics feel a bit more optimistic, because the Cavaliers, we talk about them like they're so much better than everybody in the East when the gap between them and the Celtics in the standings is actually not that high. Then you remember Kevin Love's not there. Like, this is still kind of the broken down version of the Cavs. It's just been so long, we're acting like this is how they're going to be the whole time. No, they'll be better than this if you see them in the playoffs.
It's not only Kevin Love who's not there, it's J.R. Smith who hasn't been there, and reinforcements are on the way, while the Celtics are absolutely maxing out at every position, overachieving everywhere on the court.
Hey, I say I don't listen to these non-believers, buddy. You keep on fighting hard. You show LeBron that you are the man to beat on that court. You know, just because he's a big guy and he's built like a Mack truck doesn't mean anything. You got what it takes. That headband means everything. I'm telling you, fight, fight, fight.
The headband means everything.
And you keep fighting when LeBron is cleaning his teeth with your entire body in Game 6.
Those standing for the national anthem make Colin Kaepernick more likely to be a starting QB this season.
All right, Adam Schefter has reported this, that coming into next season, Colin Kaepernick's plan is to stand for the national anthem. He's going to stay as dedicated to all these causes as he ever was, but that mode of demonstration, he decided he's going to go for something else. Now, will it make it more likely as a starting quarterback? I don't know how you'll ever answer that, but I can say that kneeling probably made it less likely he'd be a starting quarterback next year. It's going to be fascinating to see where he winds up, because he's clearly good enough to be in the NFL, probably in the lower tier of starters, but which team is going to be the one to pull the trigger?
There were many people criticizing the messenger for his message, and they'd point out to you, why didn't Colin Kaepernick do this when he was a starter on the way to the Super Bowl? Why did he choose to do this only when he became a backup? And now they are citing this as moral convenience when all of a sudden business gets in the way and he's standing again. I would say to them, you're headed into an offseason where you're trying to make money. You're trying to make it easier to make that money. One way to do that is to stand up and not bring all that with you into the huddle.
You know, if he's playing for the Browns, nobody will know whether he's standing or kneeling because nobody will be watching. So what difference does it make?
I mean, he could do that quietly in Cleveland. Yeah, that's true.
If he kneeled in Cleveland for the national anthem, he'd get hit in the head with an Old English bottle.
Is 31 games enough to make Jolt beat the Rookie of the Year?
What a fascinating question, because over those 31 games, he was overwhelming for a bad team in limited minutes. Again, for 31 games, and it's a weak rookie class. You can't name very many of the contributing rookies, but no, you cannot give this award to somebody who played these kinds of minutes on a minutes restriction and also didn't even make it through half the season.
Yeah, quietly Embiid masked the fact that this is like Mike Miller wins Rookie of the Year, bad level rookie class that we had this year. If it's not Embiid, number 2 is probably Dario Saric. Number 3, just pick any of the dudes. It doesn't matter which one that you would go to. But Embiid, no, he can't be Rookie of the Year as much as we would like for him to be Rookie of the Year because he's so much fun. Whoever they make will forget that they were ever Rookie of the Year in the first place.
Well, you know, if he doesn't qualify for that award this year, he can win it next year.
There is that, right? Or the year after, whenever he gets to the minimum amount of games played.
Rookie of the Year at age 31.
What is going on with the Washington professional football team and the general manager, Scott McCloughan?
I feel like it was really bad of y'all to make him say Scott McCloughan when he could have just said the general manager, and I would have said it. Anyway, McCloughan, highly regarded for his skill, but he had drinking problems at past jobs. A radio station in D.C. that is owned by the owner of the football team came out and said, one of their shows, that maybe he had been drinking again, maybe, just threw it out there as a question, and now we have it where McCloughan has not gone to the combine, though it's been said that he went to the combine, said he's been away. McCloughan says maybe because, his grandmother died, but she died a month ago. Who knows what's going on with them, man? Like this, as far as the crazy stories go for that team, somehow this may leap to number one.
That is kind of crazy to consider because we don't know if it's actually drinking and we don't want to be reckless about that. It did come from the mouth of a former Washington player, Chris Cooley, but this is where we are with this. It seems like he's been pushed out of power. You need your general manager to be at these kinds of events. So when you have a mystery like this, you're asking us to dig through your past to find out what's going on because you got his history and you got that team's history, and neither of them are favorable.
By the way, good luck replacing those wide receivers, rebuilding that defense, and figuring out your quarterback situation while you're running your general manager out.
Is it unfair that Joe Mixon was not invited to the combine?
Unfair? The NFL is being the morals police. They want a PR image that is strong, and they don't want folks like Joe Mixon with a past that includes domestic abuse allegations, or Chad Kelly with a past that includes a bar fight where he is reportedly going out to get his AK-47, or saying so anyway. They do not want these folks allowed into their interview process. Any other business that I told you that was so about, you would understand. I don't get why anyone would question the NFL doing this. They're not obligated to give you an interview.
Oh, because this doesn't make any sense, right? The question is about whether it's unfair. Is it unfair to Joe Mixon? You can get into a discussion about that. It's unfair to the 32 teams because one of them is going to take Joe Mixon. One of them is going to take him early because he's too good. The reason you have all these interviews at the combine is so you can get to know players better and try to tease out some of those red flags. So you have a guy who is going to wind up in the league, and you're making it more difficult for the teams to vet him. That doesn't make any sense. That's them trying to make sure their television show doesn't get awkward at any point, but this is ultimately not helping a single thing.
Well, maybe he can fly out to Washington and work out for the Washington general manager. You know, they could have their own combine, you know. Mixon and
only Chad Kelly. I'd watch that. I would watch that actually on television. A bunch of the rejects just together talking.
Is eliminating Khloe Kardashian from his life really the key to the running beer success?
Yeah, Lee Jenkins, great writer of Sports Illustrated, did a profile of James Harden. And a lot of it did seem to indicate that things got so much better for James Harden this year when he got rid of the scourge of the Kardashians, because we love to have the Kardashians to blame on things when it comes to athletes. Here's the only thing, though. James Harden played really, really well last year. It was the Rockets that didn't play well. Part of that was Dwight Howard. Another part of that was Daryl Morey put together a team full of guys without considering the fact that they were humans and had to get along with each other. What seems to have changed the most, the Rockets are winning now. If they were winning and he had Khloe Kardashian, we'd write another story about her. It would just be nicer.
We do this stuff to the Kardashians. We do it at least in part because of everything that Lamar Odom went through. But usually what doesn't happen is you don't have the voice himself giving voice to this. And James Harden is doing it this time, saying, I needed all of that clutter out of my life, all of that noise. It's not natural and it's not normal. But Bomani's right about this. They've built a better team around him, playing specifically to his styles. That he's more focused on basketball helps, but it's not the primary reason. Bobby, Khloe is dating Tristan Thompson now, reportedly. What is Tristan Thompson good at? What is he good at?
Tristan Thompson? Dunking. He's good at dunking and rebounding.
Rebounds. He's good at rebounds. Right. That was the joke I was going for there. Dunking, I guess, works too.
Coming up next on Highly Questionable.
Watch this, Bomani. Watch this. Gortat is open. Gortat is open. Gortat!
Oh.
Time to play the game that is sitting on something moist and squishy. Do you question?
You give us topics and events, and we question them.
Do you question if the 76ers traded the right big man?
Is this the clip from last night's Heat game where Jahlil Okafor is playing? Well, let's watch. Let's focus on Okafor right here. That's playing defense right here. That's also a man just sort of lollygagging around the supermarket.
That is a man that has lost his will to play basketball.
I mean, what was that?
Why are you even here? If that's what it's going to be, why are you even here?
I'm dead serious about this. If I had placed my father in the middle of that key, dressed just like he is now, how much different would the result have actually been? It would have looked exactly the same.
James Harden has got to be like, yeah, why don't y'all run some of those on some more people?
I feel like my dad would have at least bent his knees, thrown his hands, thrust his hands at something. What was Okafor doing?
Well, if you had been there, it would have looked the same. Just sweatier, that's
Yes,
all.
yes, I agreed. It's
Which,
just
to be
funnier.
fair, would be better defense because somebody might slip and fall on the way to the basket.
Yeah, there you go.
Do you question the flashiness of John Wall's passes?
Flashiness, close enough. Wizards, Raptors. I believe we're in the third quarter of this game. John Wall's been playing really well lately. What do we have here?
Watch this, Bomani. Watch this. Gortat is open. Gortat is open. Gortat! Wait a minute. Do you realize that guy is 7 feet? He looks like a genie, a wizard, a sorcerer. You realize how hard it is to knock him down with a ball to the face?
You got to put him in a concussion protocol. I mean, if you run that again, I'm guessing he was trying to get the ball to Markieff Morris, right? Except Gortat was just too tall. Right? Look at this. Look at this, right? Because like, you see that Ibaka like, yo, somebody do something with Markieff Morris. Gortat's like, oh, boom.
Do you know why that is so funny?
Why is that?
Because Gortat is bald.
Oh, come on, man. That's not why that's funny, man. That's not why that's funny.
What a loser.
Oh, for the love of God. Leave me out of this, man. Leave me out of this.
By the way, all his hair, still there.
Do you question if this was an entertaining match?
What was an entertaining match? Let's see. We go out to Japan.
They seem to be in different weight classes.
Oh, that was entertaining, yes.
Wow.
And there is evidence of your difference in weight
Yeah,
classes.
there is a reason for weight classes to stop something like this happen. Where's the neurologist to get in the concussion protocol?
I'm telling you that sumo wrestler on the floor, I have looked exactly like that in every way on a Friday night in an alley on this beach. Just like that, in every way, everything. Dressed that way, look out, where's the pizza? What, I'm hungry, carbs.
I have to say, though, that every time he stands up, this gets a little bit more entertaining.
I'm telling you,
like,
this
I don't
is
know,
me.
is this considered part of the match? Because if so, this has turned into a doozy.
Good God, how happy is that other guy with the damage he does with a single blow?
Yeah, let me tell you who's not happy. The person responsible for removing sumo wrestlers from the ring when they can't do it for themselves.
Hey, you sumo guy, if you want to fight somebody in your weight class, you come down here and fight my son. He's ready for you, buddy. He's ready for you right here in front of that swimming pool there. You know,
Okay.
that's right, buddy. That's it. We set it up real quick, you know?
I mean, when are we doing that? Nobody wants to see me dressed that way. Nobody. Well, all of you do, don't you? All of you.
Unfortunately, it actually happened outside in Cleveland there in
Yeah.
2011.
Yeah, right here. We can put up that video for people right now.
That's
It's
right. Put
it
that
was in
video.
this room. It was
Blake.
in this room. It was the start of everything.
Blame Charles Barkley. There he is.
Look
There
at
it
that.
is.
Sexy. Mound round of rebound and also Charles Barkley.
Yes, it's Stugatz.
Yeah, there he is. Look at Stugatz in the background.
Oh, I didn't
little
know
extra
that.
for you right there.
I didn't know that part.
Yes.
Wait a minute. If I had realized that had taken place here and your Speedo booty might have been
Right
in this
here.
chair, I would have demanded a different location.
Used to be a throne back then. Now look at the cheap chairs they got us.
Do you question if this was destiny?
Northwestern against Michigan. You know, Northwestern has never made the NCAA tournament before, which means you're going to hear from a lot of sports writers who just suddenly discovered college basketball if they get in.
Michigan is good this year. I like Michigan.
So I'm guessing that's Northwestern with the ball.
Northwestern
Oh.
has the ball. You can't allow that, Michigan. Michigan, you can't. That's not destiny. Come on, Michigan. You can't allow that with 1.5 seconds left of a tie game.
Wow. You know what I think is lost in this? Chris Collins spent all those years on the bench at Duke as an assistant. It's almost like he's up there to kind of do like a Duke North thing with Northwestern because the world needs another Duke.
That was destiny feeling, though. Look at that. Look how close to that shot. That shot was so close to being blocked. Never mind that they never practice it. Never mind that this is perfect, even though they never practice it. Look how close number 10 was to blocking this.
Wow.
I mean, you got to be kidding me. That's pretty impressive right there.
You know what is the worst part about that play?
What's that?
And that ending? Wilbound is so happy now, you know?
Oh, is he?
That's
Oh,
That's right.
yeah.
That's
Wilbon's going to be, man, he's never covered March Madness the way he's going to cover it this year.
No show wishes more misery on Wilbon than this one, produced by the same people.
Same people.
Every now and then, shooting my rock gators. Me and that, I got acres. Yeah, no more nosy neighbors. Big ups to all my haters. Elo, Elo, they know, Elo, Elo, they know, Elo, Elo, they know. Rest in peace, Shorty Low. Well, this broadcast from the Clevelander Hotel on beautiful South Beach, Miami. Time to play the game that is about to steal your girl. See? Or no?
Tell us what's on TV tonight. We'll tell you if we're intrigued or not.
On TNT, Warriors and Bulls.
I feel like I always say yes to everything involving the Warriors. There's always a reason to be interested. Tonight's reason to be interested is first game without Kevin Durant. What's that going to look like? It's a very similar team to last year, except you don't have Kevin Durant. But Monty, are you intrigued?
I mean, I can pretend to be at the very least. Yeah, you got the Warriors and all their harmony, and on the other side, you have the Bulls. The exact opposite, study and contrast.
Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. Are you kidding me? The Warriors are running into the Windy City, and they want to prove to everybody, hey, listen, we don't need the skinny guy with no rings to put this thing to bed. We can do it ourselves. You know what I mean? We got enough firepower. You know, and they're going to start doing that tonight. So, Durant, you can stay on the sideline watching the action because I don't need you, really.
Okay, wow.
I think he will stay on the sideline if he's even on the sideline, you know, the whole torn knee ligament thing.
On TNT, Thunder and Blazers.
Oh, the hissing radiator that is Russell Westbrook. You see what he did? He might have had his MVP game the other night. Did you see this? The end of the game, they've blown a lead. He scores 12 points in a nanosecond. And here are the last 5 here. They're down. He's been better at that this year, even though he's usually not very good at that. And then you got to keep an eye on him here. Okay. Yeah, here. This is thundering. Yeah. There it is. I mean, what are you supposed to do against that? And there he is, the circus strongman, thrilled with the achievement of Russell Westbrook. Is that Taj Gibson? Is he now on the Thunder? Yeah, he is. Okay, I didn't know that. But Monty, are you intrigued?
You know what? I will say that I am intrigued, and per usual, I will fall asleep in the first quarter of the second game of the TNT doubleheader.
Pop, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. Listen, I mean, Westbrook, I'm telling you, he got lucky. You know, they blew a 12-point lead, and then they came back because of him. But tonight they are playing the Trailblazers. The Trailblazers are playing. And you know who is going to go against Russell Westbrook? Damian Lillard, you know. And that guy is not going to get pushed all over the court, you know. Right. He's going to put up a big fight.
You want to say the name of the Portland team again?
Trailblazer.
On Channel 4 in the UK, first dates abroad.
Let's see.
On my last date, I was way too jokey and she didn't really respond well. So my goal this time around on this date is more to be genuine, be myself. I was going to say, I didn't want to be rude, but there's something on your face.
What is it?
Beauty.
Oh my God.
Can you just reach over and grab my arm?
You want me to do it now?
Or you can ask me why.
Okay, why?
So I can tell everybody, my friends and family, that tonight I was touched by an angel.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Don't use that one.
No, all right.
First and last time would be
Graves.
using that one. Oh, it's not the first time. That's probably why you're single.
I've tested it.
Yeah,
You know
that
what?
would
Great
explain.
feedback.
Yeah.
He's trying. What can I tell you? What can you do, man? I mean, he's fishing deep into his bag of tricks. You know? Being touched by an angel. You gotta give the guy some credit. You know, that's a line I never heard before. It's a great deal of creativity there.
If those are his lines, the only hope he's got is getting a much better job.
On the Tennis Channel, the Mexican Open.
No, not interested in the Mexican Open, but we had some good tennis video. It's between Israel, it's Estonia. It's a month old, but we didn't get it until just now. So we're going to pry the Mexican Open into this show so we can show you this.
Israel and Estonia.
Oh, she whiffed. Oh, whiffery. The opponents are laughing. Everybody's laughing. Oh, they're still going to be giggling at the whiff here? Yeah, she's still laughing. Yeah, that's funny. You can't stop laughing. It becomes contagious. Right, you can't stop laughing.
זה לא לעניין מה שקורה כאן עכשיו.
Yeah, it's funny.
צריך לכבד את היריבות. ויוליה חייבת.
Yeah, I mean, Bomani, are you intrigued?
I feel like the lower levels of the Fed Cup aren't quite as competitive as the upper levels because they just out there like they just doing some exercise.
Poppy, are you
Are you
intrigued?
kidding me? I'm telling you, Israel against Estonia. You know, I'm telling you, this is a tennis match made in heaven. You know what I'm talking about? I'm telling you, there is some good tennis going on there. You know what I'm telling you. Everybody's talking about Wimbledon, but this is the. Abierto Mexicano, Mexicano.
He's just making
He's
stuff
out
up.
of gas, okay? He's very tired. He just made the country of Listerine or something. And what is the tennis tournament?
And Israel.
And England. What's the tennis tournament? The famous tennis?
Wimbledon.
Okay,
That's
got
it.
it right,
Wimbledon.
that's
You know, I
right.
mean, in England, you know,
All
this
right.
is better. This is
Goodbye.
everything good happens in
Goodbye.
Mexico.
Goodbye.
Acapulco.
Shut up.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching.
Thank God. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Gracias. See you mañana.
You guys, are you tired? Hey, Bomani, are you tired? Are you tired?
Yes.
No, I'm not tired, but I got to take it too.
Oh.
Oh, great. Great. I got to take a 2. All right.
1, 2.
Yeah, thank you for the clarification.